Hey guys, it's Tree from Lost Time Toys. This is the part 2. This is the second video of my 2003, 2004 Rainbow Brite haul. So I got this massive haul from a collector slash friend in College Station, which is about an hour and 30 minutes away from my home. So we drove there and straight back yesterday, and I got a really good deal on the collection. And I already discussed the 18-inch doll in the previous video. Now I'm going to be discussing another assortment of collectibles in this line by Toy Play that was sold in Hot Topic in 2004. So again, these were items that were running to celebrate and promote Hallmark's 20th year anniversary of Rainbow Brite. So it was, the licensing was in 2003 and it was sold in 2004, more or less. Okay, so this is the next thing that I'm going to discuss. Again, what I'll say is they featured 4 main characters again. So it's still Rainbow Brite, Patio Green, Red Butler, and Canary Yellow. Those are the only color kids that were spotlighted in this line, probably because of their primary colorness and vibrancy, and they wanted a male character, and then obviously Rainbow Brite. And Patty is a pretty popular choice, especially in the earlier generations. I feel like in the later generations, they tend to prefer kind of like the pinks and purples, which is why Tickled Pink and Stormy was so popular. But back in the early generations, Patio Green was like the it girl. I'm surprised they didn't choose to do Shy Violet instead of Canary, but who am I to say? I'm not a toy producer. So the next line of toys I'm going to be discussing is I think these are like plastic figures. They're not dolls, they're figures, and it comes with a light up sprite. Again, similar to the 18-inch dolls, there's a 20-minute DVD that has one episode from the TV show. I wish they actually would say what episode it was, and this should go way faster because the descriptions of the characters are exactly the same. So I'm going to be discussing kind of the packaging. So this is a pretty small-ish box, and the figures are, again, relatively small as well. This is smaller than the 9-inch doll, so this is probably like a 7-inch doll, and it stands upright. And I don't know if they're posable, but this is the way that they look. And the battery probably doesn't work anymore, but these sprites do light up. They kind of glow. I've seen people post videos of them. It's like not that impressive, to be honest. It just looks like there's like a light that glows in the center, and it kind of like, it's not completely obvious, but it does glow, and it comes from basically the inside, so it does emit some radiance, but the battery is probably no longer working. So you would have to, if you got one of these, you would have to replace it and change the battery, which probably involves, see here, let me show you what it says. Squeeze my tummy, I light up. So you squeeze it here, and it emits light from underneath the vinyl plastic material. I will say I love the background. You see Rainbow Land prominently featured in this kind of like cardboard sleeve, and then the DVD is emerging from the back. Let's talk about Patio Green, like the doll herself. So she's very thin, and the fingers, I wish I can show you. there's actually like segments of the fingers, which is kind of creepy. But again, there are hallmarks of the new styling of Patty Green, because you see that she has kind of like deep under lashes. The yarn is very, very thin, very much thinner than the baby-esque yarn in the 18-inch doll, but same styling throughout. There's the long sleeves all in one color. It has a darker trim with a green star. This one has kind of like her under knickers. What do you ever call it? Like her under... I want to say, I don't know what these are called, but it's like embroidered. It's like her undergarment with the polka dots is poking out. So that is calling back to the 1984 9-inch doll, because she does have very similar kind of underwear showing. I love that. I don't know what they're called. They're not called underwear, but... And then her face is very puny and petite. So it's definitely not like a doll. It's more of like a plastic figure. So I'm sure that it's posable, but I'm not sure if it's posable, because the knees just don't have like the ridges, the joints. So I don't think the feet move at all. And then her band-aids look like they're about to fall off, because they're just like gently adhering to the plastic. So this is Patio Green, and then this is Lucky. I'm not like in love with the styling of these sprites. They look kind of funny to me. Like, they're not soft, obviously, because the material is plastic. I do like the different segments in the feet, but I wish that they were like furry. But we will see the 7-inch furry kind of fluffy versions with the other dolls, because there's another line of dolls for this collection. I'm not in love with the way that these sprites look in the figures. These are with the figures. It is cool that there's a light up gimmick though. So this is Patio Green and Lucky. The next one I'll show is Canary Yellow and Spark. The packaging is different. You'll see that right away the packaging is different, because this might have been released after Rainbow Brite and Patty. So there's no longer the beautiful kind of like painterly mural of Rainbow Land. It is just a blue sky and just very simple grass and hedges in the bottom. But there is a cutout hole here. So you could have like pressed the stomach, like Spark's stomach. So this cutout is very like, it's the same cutout hole as like the color castle, the musical light up castle. She's actually super cute. Look at how fluffy her hair is. It's almost like she got like electrocuted, and she has like this dainty face, and the scale is actually like, it makes them look a little bit more teenager, which I don't know whether that was the look. It's like especially when you compare it to the 18-inch dolls, they look like babies there. This looks like a preteen. She looks, she's ready to go to the mall. Like the Westfield Mall. She's going to go shopping at the like Hot Topic. It's herself. I love the leg warmers. The leg warmers are giving me everything. It's like the same vibe as the 9-inch doll from 1984. And if you look, there's brown ribbons on her boots. That's a new styling that I think is cool. They're featuring some brown accents on Canary. Otherwise, she would be very plain. And this is the light. This doesn't light up anymore. But again, the styling. This one, it's interesting because it features yellow and like this tangerine color in some of the segments. And so it's not all yellow. But I don't know about the face. And then kind of the striations throughout the PVC or the plastic. It's giving me kind of like simian ape-like. aesthetic, and I'm not sure I love that. But yeah, this box looks inferior to the Patty box because of the background, in my opinion. I do love the cutout, but pretty good condition. It does have like a peekaboo slot here, and this plastic is better quality than the one in the Patty. And this one does have a sticker, so for even more fun with Rainbow Brite, visit rainbowbrite.nick Jr. So maybe Nick Jr. did some promotional stuff. So it's like Nickelodeon promotions, cross promotions. I haven't heard of nickjr.com in forever, but isn't that iconic? That's so cool. So that is Canary. Let me show you Red. So Red still has the backdrop. Is it the same backdrop? It looks like it's the same backdrop as Patty. No cutout. So maybe they released Red, Patty, and Rainbow at the same time in 2004. So this is Romeo. Romeo is red with kind of like light, almost like peach accents. Nothing too remarkable. The doll, I keep saying doll. The figure is very slender. I'm not sure I love the scale, but the face is, I don't know, I don't like the face either, but if I had to be honest, but I do like the attempt at sourcing materials. I like the yellow star on the sleeve. It looks like this is kind of like a stretch material, so Red Butler's looking like he's ready for action. The shoes are actually super graphic and cute. It looks like a comic book character. So he's almost like a superhero here. But overall, like, I'm not in love with Red Butler in the plastic figure form. So I would have probably, if I were a young child, I would not have collected Red. Okay. Oh my gosh. Look at this. This is like so funny because this is the one that's like not perfectly aligned, because you can see the wire that's holding her neck in place has like fallen out. But this is Rainbow Brite. This box is not in the best condition, but it's Rainbow Brite, so I had to get it. What does it say at the top? Oh, it's just, why is the top like, this is a white box, the item number, which is different than the other boxes, which is strange. It must have been the first to be released this way. So you see how like the plastic here is so like poor quality. I think I was talking to my friend Ryan, who was saying that the plastic has melted off in his ones that he stores in storage. So if I could remove the plastic and fix this loose wire, I totally would. So it's bothering me to no end, but I think that she looks cute. And let me tell you why. The boots look very, very sad. This is like actually the same style boots as the 2009. So maybe they took some inspiration. The 2009 took some inspiration from this doll to create their the Playmates doll that we saw in the last video. Hair is cute. It's kind of like all over the place, but the proportions on her make her look so stylish. And I love the different color segments and the belt, obviously. So this is like a preteen rendition of Rainbow Brite. So I kind of like it. I'm not going to hate on this as much as like the Red Butler, but again, not a huge fan of the sprites. I do think Twink looks good. The paint job is terrible on the legs, but he has, I think all of them have, no, he has a belt with a yellow pocket and a red pocket, which is different than the other sprites. They only have one pocket. But yeah, this is Twink. I don't love the striations, and if you, it's like they're trying to create the illusion that it has fur, but it doesn't. So a little bizarre to me, quite honestly. But it does light up just like the others, and the description is exactly the same. You know what? I just realized that I didn't. Are the descriptions the same? Let me see. Maybe. I didn't read the description for the other Rainbow Brite video, so I'm gonna read it now. Sorry you are if you watched the previous video of the 18-inch doll and was like, where's the description for Rainbow Brite? I didn't read it. So I'm gonna read it now. Rainbow Brite is a lovable, creative little girl who uses the colors of the rainbow to color our world and our lives. Terrible copyright. I'm still gonna say it, it's terrible. Though she may be small, her good deeds and the magic she performs with her power belt, color belt, not power belt, more than makes up for its size. Like, okay, 2003, they didn't have AI, but AI could have written something way better than this. Rainbow is carefree and fun-loving, but her work comes first. She might abandon a playful afternoon to save a sun-drenched wheat field from losing all its yellow, or save a rain-starved forest from losing all its green. This is so stupid. This description is so dumb. I'm sorry to say. Like, it's like, why are they writing it like this? She colors things by scattering the star sprinkles, which become magical only when sifted through Rainbow's very own fingers. Someone needs to fact check that. Along with her horse, Starlight, true, and her helpers, the Color Kids, true, Rainbow brings hope and happiness to all, true. But the wheat field and this rain star forest is stupid. So, sorry for being so critical. I do think Rainbow looks very cute. I just wish that she still had this like little noose around her neck, noose behind her neck, this little wire holding her in place. So terrible. I should redo this video, but I'm not going to because this has taken 18 minutes to record. So this is part 2 of my massive 2003-2004 haul that I got from my friend in College Station. At the end, I'll reveal how much all of this cost, but I still have so much stuff. So I covered 8 items. I probably have like at least a dozen more items to show you on the floor here. So this might be like 4 parts, but let me know what you think of these figures, not dolls, and whether you agree that these descriptions are completely ridiculous. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe and follow along.